Alright you guys, here we go. We're just pulling up to the California Aqueduct. Gonna be throwing a piece of sardine out there right now. Let's get this one in the rod holder. Just using a 1.5 ounce no roll weight on this rod, a 6-pound test. Medium heavy rod. 7-foot one. Alright, let's get a nice fresh piece of sardine out. There we go. A nice little chunk like that. And then on the hook I'm using is the hook I always use, size 1 Gamakatsu octopus hook. And we're just gonna go right in there like that through the top. Take off the scale. Alright, there we go. That's it. And then, like I said, it's on the Carolina rig, 1.5 ounce no roll weight, and then I'm gonna measure out how big the leader is for you guys. About what, 31 inches, 31 inch leader, pretty long. We're just gonna cast it right into the current right there. And give it a little bit of line. And give it a little bit more line. And that's it. And we're gonna set it on the rod holder. Make sure you got our drag pretty loose. That's how I like to check shit. I just like pulling on it. If it could pull fairly easy, should be pretty good if you hook up on a big one so you don't break off. Alright, let's get the other rod out there now. See what I'm gonna do with that one. Alright, this one we're gonna set up right here. There we go. And then this one has a this one has about the same 29-inch leader on it. So you can get a piece of sardine on that one as well. There we go, a nice little piece. Same hook, size 1 Gamakatsu octopus hook. Just go through the top like that. Just like that. That one, the line's coming right around here, so we're gonna cast this one out there. Looks like that one's getting a little bit of taps. I'm just gonna loosen up the drag, make sure it's good as well. There we go, that's pretty good. There we go, now we're fishing. Let's see how long this takes, see if we can hook up on anything. Usually I don't like to put a bell, but I'm gonna put one on this one. And then we're gonna go over here by this one and just stand by this one. See if we get hit. Little striper on this one. Really little. Little striper. That's a start though. See if we can get a bigger one. Alright, that was a really small striper. Let's get another piece of bait on there. That didn't take too long, about 5 minutes. Get a nice fresh piece of sardine out there. There we go. Nice little chunky piece, nice and bloody. Just gonna go through the top once again and keep on casting. We're gonna rebait the other one as well right now. Just gonna cast it in that same spot. Just cast it way out in the middle. Give it some line. Give it a little bit more line. There we go. Let's check the drag again. There we go. Put the bell on it. See if we can get a good one. Let's go check this one. Got our bait still in on this rod. Just gonna get another piece out there. See if we can let this one hang out right here in the current while that one's a little bit down. Here we go. I just closed it right away so it could kind of stay in front of me, hopefully. Just give it a little bit of line. There we go. Looks like it's gonna settle up right here in front of us. That's pretty good. Let's see how long this one takes. All right, there we go. There's a takedown. Probably a small one. Bunch of little ones out here. Can't really pull drag on me. There he is right there. I think I foul hooked him. Yep, hooked him in the belly. Little guy hooked him in the belly. Get another piece out there. See if we can get away from these little ones. All right, here we go. Another cast. I'm gonna try to get it in that same spot again. Just cast out towards the middle. I closed it right now. I'm letting it come back towards me. if I open it up a little bit right now. And there we go, that's about it. Get the bell back on here. There we go. This one keeps on getting taps. Really small one. A really small one right there. Alright, finally we got a decent one, I want to say. Actually took a run on me. Probably the biggest one, I want to say. Still small. Yeah, bigger than the other ones at least. Giving me some good little runs. I want to say at least 15, 18 inches. I'm tying up the drag just a little bit. The first decent one of the day. See if we can get him in here. He keeps on taking runs towards the middle. This one has a 1.5 ounce no roll weight. The other one has a 1 ounce. Yeah, I want to say he's going to be a good size, at least a keeper. Didn't bring my ice chest up, so I'm going to release him. See if we can get him in here though. Keeps on going towards the middle out there. Keeps on coming close and then he takes a run out there. Feels a little heavy, not too crazy though. Definitely taking some good runs though. I got the drag fairly tight. Just got to reel down the slack and then bring your rod tip up, reel down the slack, bring your rod tip down. I'm using 6-pound line, so I don't want to tie in it too much. I got him right here, right in front of me, but haven't seen him. I want to say he's gonna be at least 18. Here he is right in front of me. There he goes for another run. Tying with the drag just a little bit. See if we can get him up right here. It's getting tired. Oh, he's not even big at all. Just fight hard. Tying with the drag just a little bit. See if we can get him up right here. It's not even big at all. It's a decent size though. Oh, nice one. Cool little striper. Good little fight. Let's measure him real quick and then get him back in the water. What do you guys think? Little 20-incher. Not bad. Alright, here we go. Ended up getting that 20-incher right here. Let's get him back in the water. See if he wants to go. There he goes. Alright, you guys, just ended up getting that 20-inch striper. Pretty decent. Released him back into the water. Swam off pretty good. Let's get another piece of bait on here. It's about what? I think it's 8 in the morning now. See if we can get another one or a few bigger ones, or see what happens. That was a good little tug. Alright, here we go. This is the rod we got that 20-inch one on, and I casted it out over here in all this crazy shit right here and gave it a little bit of line. Ended up coming back out towards me though, so see what happens. Usually when you cast in here though, sometimes it'll get your stuff all tangled up, so just got to be careful with that. And just give it a little bit more line. There we go. Get one on the other rod. Cut a little piece like that. There we go, just like that. This one has a 1 ounce no roll weight. The other one's on 1.5. Just closed it right now. Gonna give it a little bit more line. That's all I'm doing. I'll set it here. Check the drag. And that's about it. See if I see you guys in a little bit with another one on. This one seems to be getting hit already. Little taps. Or it might just be settling down on the bottom. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll see you guys here shortly. Bunch of bait stealers. Yeah, a bunch of little ones right there, can't even fight. You can tell they're little because they just shake their head and they can't even pull drag. Just gonna tighten up the drag on this one, bring them in. Alright, here we go. Hopefully you guys can see. All I'm doing is cutting the right by the gills right here. Not using the head. I never had luck with the head, so I don't use it, but maybe you guys have luck with that. This is my favorite piece right here. Real nice and bloody right behind the head. That's one of my go-to pieces on the sardine. And then just like I said, keep on hooking it through the top, exposing the hook just like that. 6-pound test, 1 ounce no roll weight on this one, 1.5 on the other one. Both have 6-pound fluoro. Just casting it way out there. Close the line. That's it. There we go, another one. This one pulled pretty hard on it, but I want to say he's kind of little. There we go. Nice little guy. Just getting him back in the water. All right, let's get another fresh piece of sardine out there. I want to see if we can get a nice, decent one. Like a good 25. Good 25. 27. I feel like those ones don't come out till like later on in the year. But I don't know. What do I know? Like I said, just keep on doing the same thing. Just hooking the top like that. Exposing the hook. There we go. There's nothing to it really. Just gotta come out here and give it a try. Just casting it in the same spot, giving it some line. That's it. I would say make sure you check your bait and your rod every like 5-10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes after you get a bunch of bites, because usually they steal it. Like this one got a little bit of bites earlier and they ended up stealing it. So just get a new fresh piece on there. And then even if you don't get bites, I would check it maybe every like 15, 20, 30 minutes, around there. That one's already getting hit. There we go. Yeah, like I said, just check it every now and then, especially if you're getting bites. Usually they'll steal it, so just make sure you rebait it. Bring enough bait to keep on baiting it. Alright, so hopefully see you guys with another nice one. Bunch of bait stealers. It's not what we came here for. Nice little catfish. You guys go, nice little catfish on this one. Nice little guy. Let's get this little catfish back in the water. Not gonna keep any fish today. We'll see if you guys can see what they're doing to the bait. They just tore it up. It's crazy how they can do that and not get hooked. Let's do a few more casts and then we're gonna call it a day. Only got one more piece of sardine anyway, so we'll just use the rest of that and then we'll call it a day. Alright, here we go, last piece of sardine. Gonna call it a day after this. We're just gonna hold the rod. Since we only got one more piece left, we're about to leave. Just cast it right there. Just hold on to the rod. See if we can set the hook on one of these. There's a few little bites right there. Few little bites. There we go. Was able to set the hook on that one pretty good. Really small one. Oh, nope, set the hook on his belly. Damn. Damn, got him pretty good. Alright, you guys. I think we're gonna call it a day. Ended up getting a few little ones, that catfish, and a good 20-inch striper. Threw them all back. Just came out here for a good tug this morning. See if I see you guys on the next one. Maybe we can try to locate some bigger ones. Maybe use some jerk baits and jigs with the flukes and see if we can hook up with some on some artificial. Overall, good day. See you guys on the next one.